that? Morning, world.
I haven't got that far yet. So it says it says Ian first.
No,
Captain's log. Star date.
It's yeah. So hang on. So
Come on, 'cause I've
you
got
want to
the
open
work.
it?
Oh, my name's on it.
Yeah, but my name's on it first. Oh God! You know what you're doing with that knife?
Opening it gently. What's inside? Cut away from you guys, folks.
She's hiding behind me. What are you doing?
I don't know. It's definitely a move.
You're going to hurt yourself.
Probably, yeah.
You are completely opening that like a girl.
It's Christmas.
Any time today.
I can't open
Any
it.
time today. Bloody hell. Ah, 2 parcels.
So you get to
I
open.
reckon yours is a small one. Gently, you don't know what it is.
It says don't open till Christmas. Well, tough luck now, guys.
Where does it say
Pull me.
that?
Pull me. Pull me, mother. Pull me. Yeah, you got the small one. Yeah, you got the small one. It's the big one.
Right.
Did it say open wait till Christmas? No. So know what that means? Dad, you can do yours first. I'll have the can. It's not even for him.
It's for the dog, not me. So, thank you. Does it say who it sent it from?
No, it doesn't have anything in it. I'm thinking it.
Actually, I got a funny feeling. Actually, he messaged me to say something's on its way. So,
We'll give her a black eye.
eh? A black eye? That's just because it's shadow, isn't it? A shade.
Okay, right.
Right.
I mean,
So yours is going to be a cow with Holly's face in it.
move it. Christmas! Go on the door of the welfare unit. Oh. It's for Harvey's factory. Oh, wow.
I like that. That's nice, isn't it?
You got the logo very well.
Told you it'd have it. Told you it'd have your face in it.
Spelled it right. Yeah, you had this for my name right.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank you very much from Biscuit as well.
Where am I going to put it?
Um,
We have to put somewhere in the studio. Or in the new welfare unit when we buy it. Hint, hint, wait.
who buys it?
We buy it.
All right. Okay. All right. Right. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Are you gonna stick your finger at the dog's bottom?
He's recording.
They said that what you need to do is squeeze the outside of the bum first to see which side it's coming out of.
Right. Okay.
And then stick your finger in.
Yeah.
Because they don't. If you're in there too long, they're going to be like, "Oh God, what's that?" Like.
Yeah.
my arse.
Yeah. Quite. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck with that.
Quite easy.
Oh yeah, it's nothing difficult about it. It's just put some Vicks under your nose first.
Yeah. Well, I smelt her arse anyway. And
Yeah, it's lovely. Have fun with that. Right, okay. Emma's new dog's got an anal gland problem. She's a bit fishy. And Emma's decided she's going to sort it herself, which is fine. But I have said to her, get a pair of rubber gloves. So she's just rung at Holly and said, have you got any spare gloves? And yeah, so I'm not going to be recording that. No. Morning, world. Welcome to Monday, 11th of December. And put my welding mask on today. Right, we're going to want you. We're going to want you. And we're going to want you. Right, so we got some gates to hang today. I need to get this barn set up ready for bringing our young stock back. the great idea I had with the gate eyes, I thought I could use them to put the hurdle with. It kind of worked a bit, but to be honest, it didn't really cut the mustard how I really wanted it to. So I'm probably going to take them back and go back to plan A, which is some of these. Went online yesterday and found somewhere over in Wales, I think, that does the eyes for hurdles. So I might order some of them. Only want 8 or 10, so I don't want a lot of them. So I'll order them later on today. I meant to order it yesterday and just got distracted by things like live feeds and that. So we're going to put gate hinges over there, set there, a set on the end power up there, a set on here. All I need to do now is decide how high I want to set those gates. I've got my little Green Farm Seeds tape measure, thank you guys. Got me 2 14-foot gates, so I'll bring them in a minute. We'll put the furniture on those, we'll put the hinges and the bolt in. Not that we're going to use the bolt, but if I don't put it in, it gets lost. So yeah, let's do that. Let's actually do the furniture on the gates, and then we'll grind some paint and weld some hinges. This could go all horribly wrong. This is laziness at its worst. Got one. I got one. We'll go and pick the second one up by hand. I was doubtful whether that was going to work, but there was a chance. I got it. Right, so you've probably already noticed there's a fair bit of fiddle faffing going on around here to get this all done. But right, that's the roll pin that we use to seal the spring onto the bolt behind the washer. But sometimes the hole in there is just a bit tight, so what you can do is close one end of the roll pin up a little bit on your handy workbench. Like that. So now we've got one open end and one closed end. Just make sure I put that end in first. So last time I did this, I did it with a couple of cable ties to hold the spring, the washer back, but I'm going to try and do it without this time. So one more good hit like that, Gotcha. Okay, bolt, spring, washer, roll pin. One down, one to go. Now, why didn't I do that one first? That was easy compared to the first one. Okay, so there are 2 bolts fitted. On this particular application, we're probably not going to use the bolts, but like I say, if you don't fit them into the gates when you get them, they get put away somewhere safe, forgotten, and then when you do want the bolts, you can't find them and things. So yeah, I learned that lesson a long time ago. If you've got the bolts, fit them. Right, so I've got one set of hinges on, one more set to go. So I like to have my hinges set more or less in the middle, so I got, well, usually a little bit less thread that side, a bit more that side, so I've got some movement on the gate, but that's kind of close enough for today. That will do. So put the bottom one in, and that's that bit done. Right, sorted. Okay, next thing is we need to put some hinges on this post. So we'll use our bubble, we use Tim's old magnetic thing that he threw away because it really isn't very magnetic, but it's magnetic enough to hold, hopefully, one of these guys. We'll soon find out. The bubbles on there. Really isn't very magnetic. Okay. How about that way? Will you hold it that way? Yeah. There you go. No, we're not setting the gate that high. I'm just showing you, for example, saves me bending down. So basically this is how we'll set our hinge up. So probably, I've got to decide now how high I want the gate off the floor. Now I'm probably never going to have sheep in here, but that doesn't mean I will never have sheep in here. So I need to set the gate low enough that a sheep or a youngish lamb can't escape. So our bottom hinge is basically, what's that, 14 inches, no, 14 centimetres, sorry, off the floor, 6 inches. So I reckon my first one needs to be 12, that'll give me 6 inches off the floor. So 12 inches, 1 foot to my first hinge. That sounds a bit high. I might go 11 actually. Okay, first hinge, I've got him set, well, he's basically at a foot. I think a foot. We've got to allow for a bit of muck, haven't we? So we've got him on there, we've got him set out level, so all I do now is scribe that so I know where I'm going to take the paint off, because obviously we've got to weld this fella. So we'll scribe that. Take some paint off there. Do nicely. Right, so we need to go and plug Mr. Welder in. Set you up to the right level. Plug Mr. Welder in. I've left my mask outside for the last half an hour or so in the sun, so hopefully that's charged up. That's actually just under a foot. That's at 30 centimetres from current. That'll do. That'll do. That's level. Right, we'll leave that there. Go and get the water out. Right, so we're on 120 amps on the water. That may not be enough for this because we're welding some fairly thick stuff. That says level. So we can tack some on there. Get in there. Let's get the flammable stuff out of the way first, shall we? Right. Shouldn't need that now. Here we go. In fact, I reckon 120 might be a bit much. Let's turn it down a bit. 105. Let's see what that does. Where's my tapping hammer? No, welding upside down was never my forte, but I think it's on there. Let's turn you off a minute. Right, I need to go and get me tapping hammer, just get that flux off there. And then we'll measure up and put his mate up there. Okay. I can't find my proper tapping hammer, so I don't know where it is. Well, you know what, it isn't neat. It isn't neat because until I work out what setting I want that on, I reckon I had it too hot. So next one we'll bring it down to 100. Okay, next. Okay, 35 inches. 35 inches is there. I need a hinge. Okay. .35, you've got to come down a tap. .35 inches. There you go. Right. Oh. That'll do nicely. Right. Just going to double check my measurements, just in case. So you can probably come down a couple of mil. 35. Let's do it. Let's just tack him on there for a minute. That went short quick, didn't it? Right, I want another stick. I don't think I penetrated very well there. Right. Sounds like the tree guys are back. No, right, I need to go over that again. I'll go sort the boys out first. Right, that's the guys sorted out. They're only doing half a day today. Martin's off, got to take his brother to hospital. Mike is off this afternoon because it's Amelia's nativity play and he wants to go and see that, which is kind of fair enough. Which left poor old Ewan, and I got nothing that he can do by himself. So I got a quiet afternoon all on myself this afternoon. So, right, I might just hang the gate on there a minute, and then just to make sure I got my measurements just right. Okay, well he's sat on there all right, and he's sat on there all right. I reckon I can weld the rest of that with him on there. Okay, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. There's just a hole in there. Paint to cure that. But they're on there. I wanted to make sure there was plenty holding that on there. I don't think anything's going to try and jump over these gates, but you never know. So that's got to be strong enough that if something does try, something a few hundred kilos tries to get over the gate, that'll hold it. I don't think it's going to come off in a hurry. Okay, let's go and do that one over there. That'll do. That looked a bit neater. Okay. That didn't look quite as neat. That's not one of my dogs. So I never noticed it until I stood up to go see what the dog's barking at. So from here, that looks fine. And no, it's all welded up. But from there, I don't understand why, because I used that. So surely that's 90 degrees. So why is he set like that then? Yeah, mystery. I think it'll still work. It's just a bit more of a bodge than what I originally thought it was. Okay. That looks pretty much spot on. And as for the height, just under 35. Yeah. Stick him on. Right, so if you come in here any time in my barn, the top weld is, okay, just don't look under the hinge, all right? It's not gonna come off, it's glued on there, but it is, it's pretty dire. So any of you that's ever hung a gate by yourself will know it's not easy. All right. That will, it will work. All right, I need a spanner to do that up. So the idea is I'm probably going to take this gate out of here and turn it around because I want to use those eye bolts there. You'll see why in a bit, but I have a cunning plan to join two gates together via their hinges and a pin. So my plan is to have this gate opened inwards and a 15-foot gate or whatever I've got across there. Then I've got a space inside here. I can park a vehicle, tractor or skid steer out of the weather. And I've got a gate in from this side. And I want to be able to close off like half of this at a time. So I want to be able to shut the animals either in that side or this side, so I can clean out that side or this side. It's all down to managing the stock once they're in, because once they're in, it's going to be very difficult to change things around. So I kind of need to get it right first time. And being as I've never done this in this shed before, it's a learning curve. And some of us take our time to learn. So right now you're going to be on a fairly short hinge, I think. Get on there. Right, you can come down a little bit. Okay. Right, we'll put a pin to the top of there so they can't lift it off. Not that I think they're going to. Right, we are kind of getting somewhere now. Right, that's the tractor shifted. This, if I've got this right, should close right round. Yeah, I can weld a little eye on there, and this gate can then be locked back, open that way, out the way. So there's a reasonable chance, I've still got to paint the hinges, there's a reasonable chance that gate may never ever move again. But I've got to get it level because that's going to annoy me. There's nothing in that. We'll level it up on the hinges. So that concrete's level, isn't it? Got a twin off that. Yeah, he is. Okay. Okay. Right. Still going to annoy me. Right, well I've screwed that one out a bit, and that one I've left where it is. I know there's a bit of movement on the actual, these hinges are a little bit thinner than the actual hole, so there's a little bit of movement on that way and that way, but I wouldn't have thought it'd be that much, because, what's that, 2 inches. Should be level. Don't tell anybody, no one will ever know. But yeah, I'll weld a little stop on there to put the bolt in, and then this can be bolted back. Nice and neat. Proper job. Okay, bit of a catch up. I kind of just got on with it for a bit. I decided to move the water tank from that corner, which was the most convenient time when it was just cattle in there, but nothing could stick its head through that gate. It's not like I'm separating animals. There's no physical barrier. They can touch noses. So as far as TB and disease are concerned, sharing water is not going to make a blind bit of difference. But what I thought was, if I bring this water tank over here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ratchet strap it or something to the feed barriers, and then because we're going to have a gate coming across there and back, they can drink, animals on this side can drink from that trough as well. They can basically share the trough. I do have access to water in that corner as well, which if I think we need it, we do have a spare tank we can put over there. But bringing this over here gets it out of the frost a bit more, because it did tend to freeze up over there. So it gets it away from the frost, and yeah, more animals can share it. Kind of just makes sense. Agree? Good, I'm glad about that. And that was it. We're done. Right, I'll show you. This is the plan. So we've got 19 young cattle coming back here, and I need to be able to manage them. So what we've done is we've given them most of this 60 by 30 barn, which is plenty of space for them. We're going to feed them against that barrier. Now I am a bit concerned about the size of these gaps for big cattle. Might have to put a bar across there before I bring them over, just to make sure they can't get out. So I might, I'm not sure whether to see, I might have a scaffold pole or something I can cut and just put along there so they can't get out. But I need to be able to clean them out, so I can't get in here with them with a skid steer. So the idea is that gate will open that way, and I can come in here and muck out this bit while they're shut in that side. So I can literally shut them in here, pull that gate round. Yes, I've put another gate on. No, you weren't here, or were you? Did you see me do that one? Okay, anyway, another gate. So I know the paint's a bit untidy, but it's just primer. I have got some of this green paint, although I don't think it's exactly the same green. So I will paint these up, make them look nice, but for the time being, I just don't want them to go rusty. So grey primer, it was easiest. So yeah, so the barn split into two. I got north end, south end, and whichever end anybody is shut in, they will have access to water. So tank there, and obviously they can share that tank over there with the cows next door. So we should be okay. Now, not all 19 can feed at one time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, well, 10. Only 10 can get to the feed barrier, which is a bit of an issue. And I did consider buying another feed barrier, but all they've got is these great big things like this, and they're just too big. So I might speak to Tim, our fabricator barn builder, and get him to make me some more feed barriers, but with smaller gaps, Dexter size gaps, because him, if he really wanted to, could possibly squeeze through there. Possibly. So, but there you are. So, yeah, water tanks moved down here. That hurt you more than me, missus. Yeah, the water tanks moved down here, so they've got access to water that side and this side. And they've got access to water over there, and I can close off half the barn, I can separate stuff up, I can isolate something if I have to. Yeah, I mean, it's like over there, if I had to, I could actually build a pen over there and isolate something completely. Hopefully the need never arises, but, so I think with what we have, I mean, ideally we could have done with another 14-foot gate, but I had a 15-foot gate, and do you know what? That one just closes round and meets that. So we're going to bed that area. That's where most of the bedding is going to be, in that area. This area right here, well, less bedding. I want to encourage them to lie up that end and feed down this end. Whether they'll do as they're encouraged, I don't know. So tomorrow, I was hoping to bring some back today, but this has taken longer than I wanted to. We've had disturbances. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll bring the cattle back. Although the weatherman says this week's now going to be nice. So, you know, I'm going to go out tomorrow and the sun's going to be shining, and they're going, shall I bring them back or leave them another week? Whatever we decide, we're kind of ready to go. We'll just put a bit more bedding in here, put some wood chip in there, and that's kind of it. That's the only thing left to do. So, hopefully, did all right. It's taken me all day to put up 3 gate hinges and build this. All right, I've done other stuff in between for the tree company and for the lads and family, so it's not been just this, but yeah, this is it. This is what I've achieved today. Poor, isn't it? Oh yeah, I had to leave somewhere to park the tractor. Hence the reason this is here. So give this gate, I could, if I wanted to. I just need to drill a hole because it does meet up there. Drill a hole in there. I could pull that gate right round, so I can make it bigger. I just right now I choose not to. Okay, just so you know. Stay. The gate wants to swing open. I don't mind that because when I'm not using it, I want it to stay against the wall over there. So that's fine.